Alright, so we're just under 7 weeks from Usyk Dubois Part 2. And yesterday I was on the train from Devon to London. I decided to watch back Usyk Dubois 1, and then I decided to look back and watch a lot of Dubois' previous fights, Usyk's previous fights, Fury's previous fights, funnily enough, but we don't need him in the story. This is about Usyk Dubois. And I wanted to go back and look over what happened last time with fresh eyes, and also Dubois' trajectory, because we know what Usyk's trajectory, we know what his story is, but I wanted to have a fresh opinion, not based on memory. So, firstly, Usyk Dubois 1. In my opinion, I know it divides rooms, but in my opinion, it was a low blow. The reason I believe that it was a low blow is, one, it's lower than the belt line, so it's low blow, but also what people have forgotten, who are team not low blow, is earlier on in the fight, Dubois is warned from throwing low shots. So whatever he was throwing at the time was sitting lower than it should have been anyway. So the fact that then when the low blow happened, I was like, well, obviously it was a low blow, because he was already warned for throwing low shots. But anyway, Dubois in that fight is a completely different beast to Dubois in the AJ fight. He's a completely different beast from the Joe Joyce fight. I think also, like, some people have given Dubois a bit of a hard time for the Joe Joyce fight because he took a knee and being like he swallowed the fight. Now, I hadn't seen the Joe Joyce fight, so I went back and watched it. And I was expecting something completely different based on what people were saying about that Joe Joyce moment. So I think it was Tony Bellew who said he swallowed the fight. I can't remember, but I was expecting maybe like a quicker quit. So when I saw that it was 10 rounds, I was like, oh, he went 10 rounds. I was expecting a lot less. Then when I saw how bad his eye was, and the fact that he'd obviously, it was getting more closed and more closed and more closed as the fight was going on, I was kind of like, well, you shattered your eye socket. That could have actually been career-ending if the damage of the eye was significant. So I don't agree that he swallowed the fight. I think he actually made a very brave and sensible decision in that moment. When he was up against Usyk, he actually, he put in some good stuff, but there was like a question mark in all of his punches. Energetically, he had like a question mark. But then when you saw him against AJ, there was no question mark. There was nothing. And actually, I found it weird to look back over that fight as well, because AJ looks like I didn't recognise AJ in that fight at all. Dubois was a different kind of beast. And I do agree with, what all the main people are saying, that he is going to be extremely dangerous in this game, especially now he's starting to believe in himself. He's taken the question mark out of his punches. But do I think he can beat Usyk in the second fight? I think at this stage, if anyone's going to give him a good go, it actually is Dubois. I was unsure for a minute, but I think it is Dubois. Like, I was wondering if Dubois should be going against Parker, because that fight was obviously supposed to happen. I felt like it was a bit of a shame for Parker that they sort of jumped a step. I feel like that should have just been rebooked, especially because it was Dubois, the person that pulled out, not Parker. I felt like he deserved his shot, but whatever. But now I'm like, okay, this is going to be a really good fight. Do I think that he can win? I think he could. But it would have to be a knockout shot. It would have to be something that Usyk just simply cannot recover from. But we are talking about Usyk, an undisputed champion, a clean pro record. Nobody has done it. Now, Fury couldn't do it. And Fury is like the second best heavyweight in the world. I'd say Usyk is the first best heavyweight in the world. Fury is close second. And Fury couldn't do it. And Fury is a better fighter than Daniel Dubois. I think that if Daniel lands his right hand, it could do some damage because he's a heavy hitter. But I think that's the only way he's going to come out of that. He's not going to outbox Usyk. And I think that Usyk is too clever, too aware. I mean, like, some people say about his age and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't see the deterioration. Like, his last fight against Fury was last year. Like, did anybody see deterioration? I didn't see deterioration. We've seen younger men come through the ranks with more deterioration than Usyk. He's just got better. I also think that he's a very bright man in general. I think he wouldn't even bother fighting. I feel like we're going to see the last of Usyk when he's like, okay, I'm done now. And it won't be like a bad performance. It won't be anything like that. It will just be, I've done everything I came here to do. I've had so much fun and now I'm out of here. But I was unsure that this was the best, like the next best heavyweight moment. But actually, when going back and looking over everything, because I've seen a lot of fights recently, like I've been kind of, all my opinions were blurred because I was thinking about other people. I'm like, no, this is going to be a great night and a great war, because actually Usyk wasn't winning rounds when he was fighting. Dubois wasn't winning rounds when he was fighting Usyk last time, but he was trying. And I think this time it will be less than trying, it will be competitive. I feel like he's an evolved being. So, but, you know, it's still Usyk. It'll be interesting. I'm really excited. What do you guys think?